Oh yeah! Steppin' on the beach. The only place to go to read your emails and tweets. Whole squad here today. I'm J.E. Skeets. We got Tass. We got Trey. We got Lee. We got JD. And we've got you downloading and listening to the show. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks to everyone who sent in questions over the past week or so. Keep them coming. Email us, nodunks@theathletic.com, or tweet them in at nodunкsinc, or use that hashtag nodunks. Let's do it.
First cue here. I have an over-under for you gentlemen. With the recent double down on small ball, there are less centers and bigs playing minutes in the league overall. Not sure if anyone has noticed, but there are way less bigs getting posterized. For example, Zion hasn't dunked on anyone yet besides an alley-oop on Kyle Kuzma. I'd love to see someone really challenge Zion at the rim so we can all see what he can really do out there. The only memorable ones this year are John Morant, LeBron, and Derrick Jones Jr. If the line is set at 3, are you guys over or under on the number of major poster dunks by a guard on a big this season?
Okay,
That's from Avante.
Okay, Avante, thanks for the email. A little confused by this because he's talking about the Zion thing. That's fair. He hasn't really posterized someone yet. We already talked about that in the past. Didn't really do it in college a whole lot either. It'll come. I mean, it's still early. But then he says, that there are only 3 memorable, good dunks this year, on somebody, I guess?
Posterizations, I guess he's specifically saying of a big man.
But on a big man?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's saying...
saying no centers are out there to contest shots. You're playing small ball, so you got 6'9" guys playing center who aren't contesting shots at the rim.
I mean, yeah, okay. Who also cares? But then he says LeBron and Derrick Jones Jr., but then he says, but just give me guards.
Yeah.
I was so confused by that part.
No, he said...
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Memorable dunks this year. John Morant, LeBron, and Derrick Jones Jr. And then... over-under on guards dunking on bigs. But LeBron's a big, and I'm not calling him even Derrick Jones Jr.
LeBron plays point guard, though, sometimes.
Yeah,
so.
well,
He's talking about wings. I guess he used the word, he meant wings. I mean, I think there is a valid point to him saying that centers aren't getting posterized anymore.
Wrong. That's just wrong. JaVale McGee, I can think off the top of my head, twice has been posterized this year.
Twice.
Don't
you think it's happening
got
less?
Posterized this year.
Melly. Come on. That's what he's saying.
Mahimi got posterized this year. It's just pick or choose. He doesn't remember them.
Nah.
Well, that's the thing. You don't remember them. It's
DeRozan gave Chris Boucher. Is he not a big guy? A rock bottom this year. He dunked all over him.
Giannis got dunked on just recently.
He's wrong. There have been. Just as many as there always has been.
Well, it sounds like there's not as many.
No, not on 7-2 guys because, there aren't 7-2 guys playing. Okay, yeah, but
there's way more business decisions. There are way more business decisions happening where guys just fly by and don't try and block shots because they're not shot blockers. I think there are way less guys trying to block shots in general.
Because of today's House of Highlights and stuff like that? Not a worry back in the 80s and 90s that you were going to be put up immediately on Twitter? I'm asking.
I think that's a part of it, to be honest, yeah.
I think there are less shot blockers out there.
I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that.
Which I guess makes sense with the way the game is going, where you want switchability and you got to be fast and helps if you can also dribble on the other end. Yeah.
You can't prove this stat because it doesn't exist. But I think he's got a point.
My problem though was that the memorable ones. He's only picking the ones he thinks that are memorable. There's many others, and I just listed some. Kelly Oubre Jr.'s punked a couple of guys this year. McGee was definitely one of them. Wendell Carter Jr. got dunked on by Colin Sexton early in the year.
Okay. I'll give it JaVale McGee. I'll give it JaVale McGee. He hasn't quit this year. He's up there trying to block shots like he always does. I'll give you that for sure.
Okay, but take a look at the blocks per game leaders. Year over year, every year, it's 2.5 to 3. From the 80s to 90s, it was 3.5 to 4. You go back to the Mark Eaton era, we're talking 4.5, things like that. Yeah. Super high numbers. So I would guess that, there probably are less big guys trying to block shots at the rim now. So you're getting less posterization specifically of big guys.
Okay.
And I think that is the coolest of the posterizations, right? Vince Carter's best dunk is on Alonzo Mourning. That's a shot blocker. And that gives you extra points for dunking on Alonzo Mourning.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe got a few times he got hit, but because he went after it, and that's what happens. When you are a shot blocker, you're going to get some, and sometimes you're going to get dunked on. I'm counting Jamal Murray's on DJ Wilson the other night. I'm counting it. DJ 6'10".
Sure.
That counts.
Sekou Doumbouya. Tristan Thompson, he dunked over him. He was trying to draw a charge on that one, I remember.
How big's Siku? He's not that big, though, is he?
Hey,
No, he's big.
He's talking about Sekou Doumbouya as the dunker.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
what size he is. He's 6'9", isn't he?
But
pretty
isn't
big.
it say dunks by a guard?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what
that's
I'm
why
to that.
this question was all over the place.
Ah, right.
But
Who
yeah,
put this
how
one
many
in?
guards? 3.5? I don't know. No, I love it. Yeah, the line set at 3. Oh, it's not a lot of games left, especially now with what's going on.
Yeah,
Might not even have games,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So I'm taking the under. I'm pounding the under.
I'm taking the over. Ja Morant's been close a couple of times on Kevin Love and Anthony Davis. He's going to get a couple.
got one
by
more
this.
in him?
He's
Okay.
got but he missed those two, so he's going to
Yeah.
get 3 of his own on big guys.
I hope so. We all love the dunks, obviously. Next one here. Hey, no dunkers. We all love the dunks despite being named no dunkers. That's the crazy part, isn't it? Recently got invited to a party that is the letter B themed. Very weird. I've been trying to figure out what to go as, and in doing so, my mind went instantly to NBA themes. Unfortunately, the only things I could think of were Brent Barry and the Beantown Boys, which is not happening because I'm a Lakers fan. Oh. I am now thinking of going as an NBA player and just saying I'm a basketball player. So I'm asking you guys for some help. Which basketball player is a good costume for a party? Or are there any other B-related costumes that you can think of? That's from John S. Going to a B-themed party.
Love it.
Did he have an A-themed party like a
Last
month
year?
prior or
Yeah.
last year? Yeah. So many questions, follow-up questions. But what basketball player costume would you first
Oh,
recommend?
Scary Terry Rozier. You can go as anything, really, can't you? A zombie, a skeleton,
Scream mask.
monster. Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I think that works.
But you could also just go as Terry Rozier.
yeah. You could
It
put
might
that
fit
on.
the
Yeah.
theme even more.
Yeah. I'd love it if someone put on the jersey and they said, "Who are you?" "I'm Terry Rozier." "Who's that?"
Yeah,
A
that is
basketball player.
that is the problem. You got to pick a basketball player that is
Yeah.
identifiable just by looking at him. I went as Bill Wennington once for Halloween, and I just look like a guy.
Yeah, no one
Just
knows.
like a guy wearing all white.
Yeah.
Yeah, like who cares?
Only Chuck Swirsky knew who you were.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
your mum would have known who he was, though, wouldn't she? I'm just saying.
I mean, when you put it that way, it's really making me feel a little sick to my stomach. But you're right. You're right. So for me, Dennis Rodman, easy one.
Good one.
Right.
Get a colorful wig. You know, a lot of the 90s era clothes are very popular right now. You can find them at a thrift store, no problem. Big old shirt, something like that. A
Yep.
whole bunch of studs and sleepers in your ears. If you want something more modern, James Harden, get a beard wig. Is that what it's called when it's on your face? I don't know.
Maybe.
Get a beard wig. People will know.
Harden, very recognizable, yeah. Anyone else
I
come to
mean,
mind?
if you squeeze it in there, you know, you're shoehorning it, but it's the beard. It's a B themed, sort of.
Nice.
Yeah.
I went B themed and I shoehorned it a bit. Boozer. Carlos Boozer. You can go with, he's got a really strong beard, so you can paint on a really strong beard. There was that time where he spray painted his head as well for his hair because he's a bald man. So throw that on there. Every time you get a drink, yell, "And one!" I'd like a second drink, please. And if you tag him on Instagram, you know he's going to repost that.
Oh,
The
yeah.
guy loves being on Instagram. He likes everybody's post. He's a very, very jovial guy. We've had him on the show before. Very, very nice guy. So look for those Instagram hits. He loves it. He's very active on Instagram.
Any other B-related costumes? Like what B
bee?
named?
A
Yeah, I was
bee.
going to say profession would work. Yeah, beekeeper. Somebody's got to go dress as a beekeeper.
Sure. I mean,
boxer.
if you're in a couple, it's a perfect couple's costume, a beekeeper and a bee.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's great.
Yeah.
what's
JD,
up?
anything come to mind?
Bachelor, The Bachelor.
Oh, wow.
Just get a pilot hat and a dopey look on your face and start crying. You're the Bachelor.
Bring a bunch of roses to hand out.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's not bad. What are you? I'm the Bachelor.
Billy Blanks, maybe?
Ooh, that's a good one.
The founder of Tybo. I don't know if everybody will totally get it.
Double B is nice.
But honestly, Brent Barry's not a bad one. Brent Bones Barry, wear like a
Yeah.
skeleton costume underneath your Clippers jersey
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
Let
you'd
her
have to
rip.
wear the Clippers warm-up,
Yeah.
really. That would help your chances of being figured out by people at the costume, at the party. Who the hell are you?
Bobby.
That
Have
Bobby Bottles service.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
a good, the easy costume.
Yeah.
Just, Jersey Shore type guy.
Yep. John,
Carry around
these
a
are
bottle.
some great ideas. Let us know how the party goes.
Bobby Bonilla, bring around what looks like $1 million. He gets paid $1 million every year. I think that's over now, but it was for a
close,
long
yeah.
time. Yeah.
I mean, Larry Bird is pretty recognizable. You just
Good
go
B.
with Bird.
Oh, you can borrow Lee's outfit. He's got the
Yeah.
full bird costume.
Yeah.
That's true.
He stopped picking out swaggy costumes for All-Star Weekend because he knows he's going to be wearing his full Larry Bird kit every February 14th.
Feels beautiful too.
All right, next one here. Hey, No Dunks. The UFC has had some debate over the last couple days over the idea of putting single fights into the UFC Hall of Fame. I think the NBA should definitely put single games into their Hall of Fame. It might also be cool if single game stat lines could be inducted. Kobe's 81, Clay's 37 and a quarter, Westbrook's 20, 21. I think this would get the most attention if you could do it annually. Retire one game per season. Which games from the last decade or so do you think deserve to be recognized for their place in NBA history? Thanks for the awesome stuff. That's from Vahe. Skeets, give your in-laws Barev from an Armenian listener.
Nice, Barev. Very nice.
What's that?
there.
Hello.
I don't know. I have no idea. I like this question.
You can
Yeah.
go as Barev to the costume part.
I've got one that I would add. I like the suggestions he had. I think those are all solid. If you were putting a game in or a line or whatever you want to call it into the Hall of Fame, I would add Kobe's 60-point performance
Yep.
in his final game
that one,
ever. Obviously, he has even more weight to it now. And just like, again, that game was wild. Lakers were down 10 with like 3 minutes to go, and Kobe scored 17. I think it was the final 19 to pull out the victory. All of this occurring on the same night as the Warriors setting the record, winning 73 games in the regular season, but there was even more media at Kobe's game, and that became the bigger story, shooting so many times and going with the 60. So I think that would get my vote.
Yeah, well, from that season, I've got two more. The Warriors Thunder regular season game, the double banger there from Mike Breen, that call, incredible. And I think Clay's 11 threes in Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. I mean,
So are you putting in playoff games? Because then it's endless almost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I
but-
tried.
I mean-
Like, I hear you.
I tried
hear
not
ya.
to keep. Yeah, I tried to focus on regular season. Yeah.
yeah, but come on.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
disagree.
Lee's
Yeah.
right, because in the UFC, I bet they're putting title fights in there.
Yeah. They're not putting. Or
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there are some memorable non-title fights.
Yeah,
I'm sure there are,
but I'm sure there are title fights that would go in.
Yeah. So then you're putting in Game 7, Warriors, Cavs.
Yeah,
and
Ray
you're
Allen
putting-
shot.
Yeah, you're putting in a million then.
Yeah.
Oh, what other? Do you have other regular season games then?
No, you guys
No?
named them. I think you
You-
banged them
you
all
got
home.
anything?
Maybe Mo Pete's shot. Mo Pete's shot over.
Against the Wizards? That one?
Yeah,
Michael Ruffin?
Michael Ruffin. I always forget his name. He's not Calvin Booth. He's Michael Ruffin. Yeah.
Or he chucked the ball up in the air?
I know. It's just one play, though. I'm cheating. That's cheating.
Yeah, I guess it is more.
gotta
Well,
be a
it's sort
game.
of more single game stat lines, yeah.
I kind of do like the idea, though, of maybe at the end of the season you induct the game of the year. Because for me, it is like so hard to keep track of those
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Like, anytime somebody's like, what was the game of the year? I always come back to the Curry double bang. Oh, yeah, that was actually 4 years ago. Probably not the game of the year again.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Just like a guard dunking on a big man, as soon as you study for that test, the information is gone. As soon as the next one happens, you're like, I don't know. So, maybe a nice little, I don't know, like an almanac of here's an awesome game that you could go back and watch on YouTube. or
Yeah,
something.
no, for sure. And let's throw this out there too. Maybe this is our sort of sly way that we can somehow get into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Throw a little Woboy in there into this. Maybe it's called that, for the line of the year,
There you
line
go.
of the season.
Yeah.
We can talk to Silver about this. I'd be open to allowing that name to be attached to it in the Hall of Fame.
Why not? He's
Yeah.
allowed, there's fans allowed now in the Hall of Fame, so why not have Wild Boys in there as well?
Right.
I think it's something there for sure.
Yeah. Get
And
more creative.
Lillard wave goodbye has got to be in
Nice.
there.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, the
Forgot about
playoffs.
that.
Well,
Great one.
LeBron's Game 6 against the Celtics as well, 2012. 45 and 15.
Is
The
that-
eyes.
is that
Remember
where
the
he
eyes?
looked crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, give me Willis Reed if we're going way back.
Hey, this guy said the last decade, but he had Kobe's 81 in there. I mean, come on, he's stretching the boundaries a bit.
Ooh.
You know?
It's true. That's a good point.
We gotta start reading these emails people send in a little closer.
I'm taking back that Barev. Whatever it means.
I love it. Okay, our next one here. This is a good one. What up, No Drunks? On a recent beach episode, you talked about the idea of a website where all listeners could plot where they're from. I am a web developer and could totally make a website. Let me know, and I will get to work. All right.
Okay.
Good to know. My question, though. What's your guilty pleasure sport to watch and why? Mine is darts. A bunch of semi-fat men who are quick at math and have incredible accuracy impresses me. That's from Jonas in Denmark. You a big darts guy?
Semi-fat. I'd say they're more. Just take the semi off there.
Not all of them. That's not true.
Depends. It depends.
Yeah.
There was a great clip going around recently of a guy hitting a triple 60, triple 20, three triple 20s, whatever they call it.
Yeah.
180.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was or
To win it.
That was the clip. Doesn't he throw 9 darts, perfect darts, to win it? Like the to get that game?
No, that's a mystery.
I think that's the
Nine
clip I
20s.
watched. Yeah.
920s. I don't know.
No, because the
does add up.
math changes after
Yeah.
you hit the triple 20s, and then but
Camera
then,
does miss the last dart. Gotta be on it.
The math
Would've
is
never happened to
impressive.
JD.
the math is very
Would never-
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And they got the guy standing right by the board. That guy's math is quick too, eh? The guy on the mic, because he's counted down right
Yeah.
away. He's like boom, 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 boom.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I've got
Oh, that's
no
what it
idea
is.
how it works.
I'm always amazed just how close the guy's standing to the board. But these guys are the best dart throwers in the world.
Oh yeah, it's
You ain't
great.
gonna ping him in the back of the head. You're at that level. That looks like a fun time. I'd love to go to one of those events.
Yeah.
It's like, well, not now, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, but it looks like there's like 10,000 people just drunk off their faces cheering on darts, and they're
Yeah.
all dressed up in costumes and stuff. It looks like a good time.
Yeah, and
You never been?
No, I've never been to live darts. No, I won a dart competition one night in the pub.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I did. I did won a T-shirt. It was awesome.
I
Against all
played
the-
you in darts.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
It's great.
Yeah.
We gotta do that again.
Yeah.
Seems like
Hey.
Skeets doesn't believe you could win
Well,
it.
I was good.
I didn't believe I could
if
win
you
that
can
night.
win it, that means
Yeah.
I can win.
No, it was great. Where I used to live, there was all we'd just get together every night, and one night we had a competition. The bar put a T-shirt on the line, and I won it. It was incredible.
Okay. Cool.
So wait, this wasn't like pre-approved by the bar? You guys just showed up? You're like, hey, we're throwing
Well,
down here.
it
They're
was-
like, fine, have a T-shirt.
It was our local, and it was just
Okay.
like one night they were like, "All right, you guys playing for a T-shirt tonight?" And I won. I
Respect.
wore that shirt with pride, man. It was awesome. Every time I walk in the pub, it's like
So what games were you playing?
we played 501.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No, hang on. Did we play that or did we play Killer? I can't remember now.
Both great games.
Yeah.
Great dart games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, do you have an answer? What's your guilty pleasure sport to watch?
Well, I used to watch the World Snooker Championships. They're in they're held in England every year, and I tell you what, when they're on, they are must-watch TV.
JD, play that snooker drum.
I know. It sounds crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was snooker. But I guess it's snooker.
No, snooker. It's
Okay.
played in Sheffield every year. You want to talk about a crowd that gets into it up there. It's great. They've got to be quiet. It's a bit like tennis, though, during the stroke play. But it goes for 17 days, the World Championships. I know.
baby.
And I think the first round is like best of 19 frames, and then it gets to it's like
Let's just play a quick best of 19 here.
you,
I know.
you only like sports that go on for weeks at a time.
it's crazy.
Cricket.
The final is best of 35 frames. I know.
Wow.
It's crazy.
It's probably best of 19 games for the best players in the world. Probably.
It's
how long
quick
is that?
games.
How long is that?
because-
Well, yeah, but so for them it is. They're fairly quick. Once you basically take control of
Oh,
the,
yeah,
of the
they
table,
almost never-
yeah. But have you ever played on a full-size snooker table?
It's big.
Oh my god,
It's
it
very
goes for
big.
hours.
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
suck.
We suck, and the cushions are so bouncy.
That's true.
Yeah,
Quite bouncy.
but it's
Not
a lot of
forgiving.
fun. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun to play, but it's so captivating to watch for those 17 days. I'm telling you, man. I know it sounds crazy. I understand it sounds crazy sitting here in Atlanta, but if we all lived in England in May and watched it, I bet you by the end of it, you guys would be getting out your pool stick and
No,
your cue stick.
I'm with you. Watching snooker championships that last 17 days is like a Matt Austin bit. You love it at first. First couple days, I'm all into it. Oh, I love this snooker. Then around day 5, 6, 7, I'm all right. Are we still doing this? I'm starting to tune it out a little bit. But man, you get up to like day 13.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm starting to come back around.
Because you start
on it.
having a
Starting to
guy,
find
you start, you've got your horse in the race, and you're
Right.
like, all right, I want to see this guy do well.
Got my stick in the race.
Yeah,
That's what they say, right?
yeah. And there's controversy. There's always been a few dramas over the years.
Well, give me one.
Well, a little bit of match fixing going on, a little bit of gamesmanship. This one guy,
I
what's
thought
his
you were
name?
gonna
Not
say that.
gamesmanship.
No, this one guy. I can't remember this old guy's name. He's won it a few times. Anyway, he used to be accused of like when another guy was on a roll, he would say, "Oh, I got to go to the toilet," so they'd have to pause it. So he would basically try to ice the snooker player. his
Paul
opponent.
Newman. Was it Redford?
No. Here, I'll find his name. I've got his name here.
Famous for the piss gambit.
You don't have a friend in me.
Hang on. He's
the
an old
pisser.
guy. I think he's
the what they call him, the pause pisser or pisser pause or something.
the pause pisser. His name,
That sounds exactly like something they would have called
because he
him.
won it a lot in the 80s.
Are you trying to ice us right now?
No. Steve Davis. That's who it was. Steve Davis.
Thank God you came up with that.
Steve Davis.
Everybody's breathing a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Tiny bladder, Steve Davis. Notoriously small.
I think
You should have seen him play Fats Domino. Oh my God, that match. That's a classic. I'm putting that one in the Snooker Hall of Fame.
Cool, he's got some good nicknames, Steve Davis.
well, his name's Steve Davis. He
No,
needs something.
the Nugget.
That's what he was doing in the Washington.
Oh, I see.
Interesting is another nickname. The Ginger Magician, the Romford Robot, the Romford Slim, the Master Cumin, and the Golden Nugget. He closes out with the Golden Nugget.
That was after he won a title, pulling the toilet gambit.
Steve Davis dropping nuggets. When you're on a roll, he's dropping a golden nugget. Tass, you got a guilty sport you like to watch?
Poker is that for me on television. I've never been watching a tournament live, but I can watch it right till the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's still,
Definitely.
It's still going.
pretty
Right?
sure.
Yeah, no, I
It
think
certainly hit a high
Oh,
like
yeah.
about 2009,
it was
2008.
on all the time.
I mean,
And
the
it is
world's-
still on. I still see it.
Yeah, the WSAP, the World Series of Poker, still happens in Vegas annually. That's the big one.
Would you ever go in it? Would you ever try? Yeah, you'd give it a go.
The next Chris Moneymaker?
I'm an online guy. Yeah, sure. No,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not an online guy. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
But it's a.
Get one of those bracelets?
I'm saying we'll
It's an
back you. Hey,
endurance
I'm
challenge.
saying we'll back you, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, well,
Come on.
I gotta
stake
have
ya?
the passion. You'll stake it? Yeah, nice. How much? It's a big,
It
big.
used to be a $10,000
yeah,
entry
I
right
bet
after
it's,
I
I
think
bet
so.
it's higher now.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, Trey, what do you got?
Formula One. Yeah, I used to call it Formula One, but I've been watching a lot of the documentaries. Formula One. It's back this weekend.
Well,
Practice tomorrow in
is it?
Melbourne.
Okay.
Yes, it's still a go for right now, but
Okay.
yes, this is a sport that's going to be majorly affected.
Do you know the track name?
Tracky.
Steve Davis.
Albert Park.
Albert Park.
Oh, yeah.
Down at the Albie.
Yeah. It's great, except don't buy tickets for general admission to the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
They don't care at all about general admission. It's all corporate.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I would
So
love to
it's-
go to the Grand Prix in Austin.
Yep.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
It's a rich man's sport.
It's
Oh,
a rich man's
sure.
sport.
Crazy.
We'll back you.
All right. First, we got to get Tass a win at the
Yeah.
WSOP. Put those winnings to getting 2 general admission seats where no one will talk to us for the F1 season.
Well, it's funny that you say your guilty pleasure is Formula One. Am I saying that correctly? Can you use it in a sentence?
Formula One.
Because mine is Marbula One.
I believe it's Marbula One.
Yeah, Marbula One. What is that?
No idea.
Marble racing on YouTube. Hottest sport going right now.
It's good.
It's growing in popularity. You're smiling, you're laughing. This is a fun watch. And what is it? It's marble racing. This guy literally sets up tracks as if they are, F1 races. And they've got teams and everything. And you got your favorite marbles and you just watch them go. There's a little conveyor belt to bring them back and they do laps. It's so awesome. The guy on the call's amazing. You're into it. You're like, I was yelling at my Raspberry, my Raspberry Racer is the team I'm cheering for, like taking turns. Like, what are you doing? Take the inside. Don't go in the pit. What are you doing?
I watched a qualifying race.
Yeah, I watched them all
about
too.
marbles. Like I was going, how are these marbles going to start for the real race? But it was very exciting. I'm an O Rangers man.
You are, yeah.
Yeah, certainly. There's a Raspberry Racer in my house though.
Yeah?
Got some fans.
Is that your wife?
Actually, yes.
All right. Team Racer?
Hands
Team
off.
Raspberry? Nice. I'm going to buy her some raspberries. Really win her heart.
How
Race
dare
4 just had the Gravitrax Hive. Crazy part of the course, man. Wow, make or break the your lap. If you go off the wall, you're bouncing off the walls. You hit that straight though, you're gaining seconds on the field. It's really, I'm like half joking. Just Google it, YouTube it. Marbula One, marble racing. I mean, you have kids. Try and show this to a kid and tell me they're not going to be into it.
Oh, they will for sure.
Oh, it's colorful. It's exciting. It's
a race.
Fun. Yeah, it's a race. And I'm going next level now with it. I haven't told you this yet. I was going to tell you on the ride over, but I was waiting for the show. There's an All the Marbles podcast
Oh no.
where it's like like 4 or 5 guys.
No.
It's basically this, and they talk about the marble race, and it's really funny. It's really, really good.
Oh,
I'm all in on
I
it.
thought you were gonna propose that we do one, or you start one.
Well, I was doing a little research, so I was thinking maybe we're gonna have to, start covering some of these other sports. But this one's already fantastic. I don't know if we can challenge it. I just want to go on it. Talk about my raspberry racers. Anyway, check it out, Marbula one. It's incredible. The production on this is incredible. I will say that. JD, you've seen a race, right?
I have not seen it.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
check it out, Marbula one.
It is very impressive.
Yeah.
Just like me playing 500 up with marbles when I was a kid. You guys ever do that as kids? Like you'd have one thrower of marbles.
Yeah.
You're playing. You know what 500 up is?
Yeah.
Hit a ball up
Yeah.
into the air and you
Play
catch
with
it.
marbles?
Just throw them and you go. You just battle to get
To
the
get
marble.
it. You're basically
And you're playing with larger marbles, not like the tiny Marbula one.
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
I can't imagine somebody chucking a marble up in the air and a bunch of people trying to catch it. It seems a little dangerous, but also very fun. That might be my new niche sport.
It sounds like
dangerous.
Yeah.
Quidditch or something, like
little
the
Quidditch.
Seeker Harry Potter. Like you basically invented that.
What's the big one called? Is it called a smasher?
There is a name for them.
Yeah,
We had a big ball bearing. That was the big that was the prize. But I want a smasher. I don't know.
Thought that's what we used to call them as kids because we used to play stuff like that in the schoolyard. But I think they banned it because it was too dangerous.
That's dangerous for
Yeah.
sure. Next one. Hey, no dunksies. Why is no one talking about Malik Beasley? He was averaging 8 points a game on the Nuggets earlier this season and is now averaging over 20 since moving to the Wolves. Can you guys take at least a solid 20 seconds? It's going to be more than that, Ryan, to talk about him. I think Beasley, the beast, deserves it. Hashtag super player. What does that mean? Thanks for the email,
I think that's
Ryan.
a reference to Lee's ranking of players. All-star, super player, superstar, right?
Yeah, that must
That's
be
what
it.
it must be. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that either.
Good call. Good call. So Malik Beasley, he is averaging over 20 points as the starting shooting guard for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Shooting 47% and 43% from downtown. But
Who sent that email?
Ryan.
Okay.
Ryan Saunders. That's why people aren't talking about him because he's on the Wolves.
Right.
Good luck to him. Hey, listen, he's got an opportunity and maybe he can make something out of it there because there just wasn't enough minutes for him in
Yeah.
Denver.
Right.
But, the Wolves, it's been another awful season. No one's watching.
Here's
So-
the thing, though, Ryan. People are talking about Malik Beasley because I just saw in our No Dunks Twitter feed there was a couple tweets about Malik Beasley, and that's the reason I asked who wrote that because it was like you said, Ryan. I wanted to make sure like this person also wasn't tweeting about them, but Alan Horton at Wolves Radio was tweeting in the 13 games with the Wolves. Yeah, he's averaging 22 points per game, 49% from the floor, 43% from three, shooting a lot of them. And then tweeted out like the stats, career starts that he's done. He had really good numbers. And then somebody else is like, if Malik continues to do this, is he an MIP frontrunner? People are talking about Malik Beasley, hashtag super player.
People are talking about Malik Beasley. Exciting times. According to Basketball Reference, however, his nickname is the Mutant.
Not the beast.
Not the Beast, but I believe Beast was an X-Men who is a mutant.
Yeah,
So it all
yeah.
works together. He was just buried. He was just buried for the Denver Nuggets. They're more invested in Gary Harris, Jamal Murray, Will Barton. Michael Porter Jr. became a perimeter player for them this season. So the minutes weren't there for Malik. Go to the Wolves where they say, shoot as many threes as you want. And he's doing it, and it's working out all right.
Yeah, this is a big G League guy too, wasn't he? He was bouncing around back and forth. So good on him, and he's gonna make himself a little payday here with the way he's playing, getting that opportunity and taking advantage of it, even if it is on a team that no one cares about at this point
No.
in Minnesota. Was that more than 20 seconds? It was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one. What's up, No Dunkin' Donuts? Did the Garth Facebook drop get longer? I swear there's a longer pause between, well, I guess it's official, and we're now on Facebook. It's driving me crazy. Also, what's something that's completely trivial to most people but drives you up a wall? Keep it crispy. Bracket, cream, bracket, city. Close bracket, close the other bracket. That's from Kiran Kumar.
Keep it crispy cream
So
city.
let's address that Garth drop.
Yeah, well, it is longer, so good ears, everybody. I'm sure everybody noticed. And that the reason for that is YouTube. I wanted to have his face flash across the screen. And the original drop, I trimmed it so it would sort of go faster because it does sound weird with a pause.
Right.
But it's livable and, It's better.
So when we were just hearing it in the audio days, the Garth drop, well, I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook. Basically,
I trimmed at that silence.
you had trimmed it, but now because we're on YouTube, you're back to the OG clip, and that pause is a part of the original clip.
Yeah, well, and the Clipper Bros is actually, I did trim that as well, and I kept that. If you notice, there is a little dissolve in it. So,
Wow.
it's not an exact science.
Peeling back that curtain.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, the first time we were going to do the YouTube show, and then you played that Garth drop, I was like, what's going on
Pretty
here?
off.
Because it's weird after hearing it 1,000 times, then you're suddenly like, yeah, why is there is it slowed down or what's going on?
There's a rhythm to it.
Yeah, yeah. You take everything and make it a little bit better.
Well, and then a little bit worse in this case.
Well, yeah.
For the audio experience. But compromises. It's all about compromises.
And so many people surprised at what the Clipper Bros look like after seeing the video on YouTube, just hearing them for a long time. A lot of emails about that.
You only get to see one of them, too.
Oh, right. That's
But
true.
there are two of them, but there's only one in the clip.
Also, I saw a lot of people tweeting in, or a handful, I guess I should say, they thought it was always Seth Rogen.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
that was saying it. Or, sorry, Jonah Hill. I have that confused.
Okay.
Jonah
Okay,
Hill.
that
He
I
sounds
can
like Jonah
sense,
Hill.
yeah.
Yeah. The Clipper Bro I'm talking about. Okay. What's something completely trivial to most people but drives you up the wall? I was thinking of Seth Rogen, by the way, because I just saw an episode of him on Ugly Delicious. That's all.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just watched Long Shot, too. It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Who's
Terrible reviews, but
Who's the lead
good.
in that? The woman?
Charlize
Ah,
Theron.
Charlize Theron. All right. Trivial. Drives you nuts.
I don't know how trivial it is, but I was at a donut shop the other day, Sunday. I won't reveal the name. It's a great donut shop, though, not far from here. And we were sitting at a table, and there was a family next to us with their young child, about the same age as my 3-year-old. Really snotty nose, like snot just out of that nose. Mum and Dad just sitting there, not wiping that snot. Just not wiping that snot, leaving it there. I just wanted to lean over and say, I mean, especially now, but in general, just give it a little wipe. Just give it a little wipe. That's all.
I'm 99.9% sure you've complained about this before. Like,
Wipe a nose.
If the baby's like mid tantrum crying, I understand maybe you want to wait to the end. But the baby's just like, we're cool. We're just eating our donut. We're
Just with snot hanging
just
out.
coming out of our nose.
Do you travel around with a spare hanky you could offer to
No, but
another father? You should.
Right now, I think I might do that. Yeah, but there's plenty of napkins or toilet paper, whatever. There's plenty of things you can use. And if someone said, "Hey, I don't have a hanky," then I'd be happy to say, "Here's one," and keep it. It's all yours.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
Yeah, you never want it back.
No.
Yeah, it just drives me crazy. Don't just ignore it. I mean, come on.
Was he buried in his phone?
Mum and Dad?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
They were just enjoying the snot fest. I mean, they had to be. They had to be enjoying it. Otherwise, why would they leave it there for everybody?
or they just gave up.
Yeah, maybe they had already wiped that little kid's nose 20 times that day.
Do it 21.
That's right.
Anybody else?
I hate when I'm at a donut shop trying to enjoy a donut with my friend, and some Australian is like, "Would you wipe your kid's nose?" I'm just thinking to myself, all I want to do is enjoy my sour cream donut in peace. I'm trying to have a moment of silence here. In a daytime of children screaming at me, wiping noses, I think I can get away for a little bit of time to enjoy a delicious donut. And some dad has the temerity to offer me a hanky from his pocket. You think I'm accepting a hanky from some random guy in an unnamed donut shop? No way. Couldn't be me.
It was probably clean, though. He wouldn't offer it to you if it was dirty, I would suggest.
I guess we'll never know. Hate it. Also, when you park your car, turn your wheels straight. No angles. Because the next person who gets in, they might not know that your wheels are angled. They back up, suddenly you're into the next car.
I don't like when a cupboard or a closet door is not closed all the way. It drives me insane. And my wife tends to do it a lot. And I can't stand it. And it's a part of my OCD, I get it, but just close it. Close it all the way. What are we doing? Why? Why is it left? You've basically done the whole thing, except for whatever reason, stop short right at the end.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I mean, I feel for her because a lot of times I like to do my closings with a lot of flair. You know, like I'll like do it behind the back, and I'll do the gentlest touch just so that I know as I'm walking away, I can hear it.
Yeah.
Snap in.
Yeah, I want to have it the perfect gentle close with a little style to it. Surely I have botched it a few times and left open a cabinet,
Yeah.
trying to show off for the people.
Okay, well, at least you have reasoning. She's not doing that. I just don't get it. I don't know, especially the cupboard. I don't know why it's closed with an inch left open.
Well, I know you always like to have your lights turned off. Maybe she's in the dark and she can't see what
No, the lights are on when I'm home, Tass. It's when we leave the house. Don't leave those lights on. Turn them off. Anything else? JD, got anything trivial?
When people censor things on their podcasts and television shows, they do it wrong. They just do it wrong. The beep is too loud, so you gotta lower the beep, and you put a little crossfade on either side because it drives me crazy.
Wow.
Here's an example. That's how you don't do it. You'll hear this after.
Yep.
That's how you do it.
Wow. Damn, I can't wait to listen back to this and see the difference.
Yeah, what a tease.
So the crossfade allows you to hear a touch of the F and a touch of the K.
I don't want to hear the click into the beep. Nobody will hear this except for me. But there's a little pop that goes into the beep and out of the beep if you get it on the waveform. And it's too loud usually. It blows your head off. And it just draws more attention to the swear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or let's just stop bleeping everything. How about that?
Make your life easier.
God. I let a few slip through.
Sometimes accidental.
Sometimes accidentally.
Okay, next one here. Dear Dinkers, this question is probably premature, but given the effectiveness of his load management program and the emphasis teams now place on maximizing his playoff performance, do you think Kawhi Leonard will be regarded as the best NBA player to never win a regular season MVP award? Who currently holds that belt? I'll take Flash Wade and his lightning bolt danglers, his earrings. Will is referring to.
Yep.
They are great earrings. What you got? Good question. Can Kawhi become the best player to never win an MVP?
Yeah, I think he could, in theory, become that if he
Definitely.
was winning finals MVPs left and right for different franchises. Yeah. But I would say all time, it's Jerry West. By a landslide. Jerry West played 14 years. He career averages of 27 points per game, 6 boards, 6.5 assists, 14 All-Star appearances. And here's the real kicker. He finished second in the MVP race 4 times.
Yeah.
So there are others, Kawhi for sure as a current player, even Chris Paul, maybe Isaiah Thomas, but I think Jerry West finishing second 4 times, being the damn logo and pretty obviously an iconic player, a fantastic player to never win an MVP is pretty wild.
Wow, if James Harden didn't win that one that he did, he would be a 4-time runner-up because he would have been second that season that he did win it.
Yeah.
Still could finish second this year. Probably not.
Yeah.
But he's got the one.
Yeah,
and
he's
he's
got
gonna
the one.
and he's gonna buy Barclays. So he's gonna have 2.
A couple I would add injury-wise, Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady. Guys who could have certainly won MVPs, but were not able to stay on the court for the entirety of their primes.
McGrady I had in here too. 6 top 10 finishes in MVP voting throughout his career. That's pretty good.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Good question there. And as for current, I don't see how it isn't really. How is Chris Paul or Kawhi? Is there anyone else that I'm forgetting that is an elite Hall of Famer that doesn't have one? Yeah. I guess not.
Not really.
I guess
no.
we named him.
Not current. Yeah, throw Zeke on there because I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oldies, but yeah.
Dominique Wilkins? I mean, I'm going old here again.
Yeah.
I think I'd have Zeke above him in any sort of rankings, but he's obviously had an unbelievable career, never won one. All right, next one. No dumps. I've noticed over the past week or so, thanks to the new YouTube channel, shout out to JD, that Lee, Trey, and JD all have CAA travel mugs. This leads me to assume that either you guys are represented by CAA or are just huge fans of the agency. Either way, it got me wondering if you guys have shown any bias related to players represented by CAA in the past. And I came to the conclusion that you have, okay? Skeets has been on Wiggins Island for years and is Devin Booker's biggest fan. Trey recently started liking Chris Paul for some reason. Lee presumably loves Karl Anthony Towns. And Tass, while more discreet, seems like a Joel Embiid guy. Basically, I fully committed to this conspiracy and will believe it till the day I die.
They're on to us.
That we only, go to bat for CAA guys. My question, what other conspiracies, basketball related or not, have you guys fully committed to believing? That's from Nate in London, Ontario. Thanks for the email, Nate. Well, why you got that CAA mug? Show it to the camera.
Yeah, here it is.
Travel mug. You and a couple of the guys here.
Yeah, we are rep by CAA.
There you go.
That's the reason.
That's the answer.
Yeah, we got a nice big bowling bag at home there as well. We all got.
Love that
Great.
travel bag.
That's a very nice
It's a
bag.
very nice travel
Yeah,
bag.
it's very well designed.
It is.
I like that.
That
'cause
little
it's-
sleeve for your
it's bigger
computer?
It's bigger than just a normal sort of carry-on. Big enough, but it's not too big that you can't put it overhead.
He's not wrong.
Very well designed.
That's a good sport to watch, actually. Should have added bowling in there.
Yeah.
10 frames, one-on-one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not bad. Yeah. Maple Moxie out there. Yeah. And that's a good mug.
Yeah, very good.
Keeps things
Oh, that's a
super hot.
Yeti, baby.
It is a Yeti.
You're gonna have a sip. Show us how.
Yep. Water tastes great out of this mug.
But no lid on it. Interesting.
Yeah, no. Got the lid there.
Yeah, the lid's not so good. Sorry, Yeti. No.
The lid is excellent, actually. I just prefer not drinking out of it.
Do you have a conspiracy that you believe? Another one?
Stevie Wonder is not blind.
Okay.
Shaq had a comment recently. He was saying, I can't remember where he was, but he walked into an elevator and Stevie was already in there. And, hey, Shaq, how you doing? He said,
Just sensed them, man. Yeah, I've heard Bomani Jones go on about this before. It's very funny, especially when you see clips of like him catching mics that are
Exactly.
falling, and it's like, it would be amazing if he did. Like it really would be.
What a bit.
What a bit. That is that's Matt Austin would even be like, damn, that guy committed to that bit. Okay, you guys got anything?
Well, you guys know that phones are listening to us.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
At this point, it's just a matter of time before they finally admit it. Facebook has admitted to so many other tracking things that they're still holding out on the fact that our phones are listening to us, but you do the math.
So like after this show, I'm gonna be
I just got a Yeti ad.
yeah,
Yeti ads,
pool tables,
pool tables.
Yeah.
I went on my phone in between recording our show in the morning and then this one, and all I could see was cargo pant ads.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Abercrombie and Fitch, like left and right.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Marbles.
let's
You're gonna buy
put it to the
marbles.
test then. Let's say like a name of a product and see whose it pops up on
Okay.
first.
Okay, so like really trying. Are we
Yeah.
gonna go brand or are we going just
Like-
a thing?
Yeah, I'm going to say Canon camera.
That's not gonna work.
We'll find out.
No, I've been searching for cameras for the last 8 months. Well,
But I'm just saying on my phone in my Instagram feed. We'll see if it turns
I don't
up.
know why that killed me the way you.
No, because it's clear.
I'm gonna say it.
It's clear. That
I'm gonna say it.
it's gonna.
Canon camera.
I'm just gonna scroll for the rest of the show and wait for it to pop up. Refresh.
The only thing worse than you looking up something on the internet during our live podcast, you just refreshing your Instagram feed.
I bet you
Okay,
it shows up within 24 hours.
Canon cameras.
Yeah.
Now
I
we've
know
said
yours.
it.
Canon cameras.
Now
All
we've
right.
said it a couple times. All right. Yeah, we'll all make sure to keep an eye on our Instagram feed, see if we see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, because they can probably all pick it up.
Yeah.
so-
yeah.
I think you said it loud enough for my phone to hear.
Oh my god.
I like how he really bellowed it out into his mic. He
Well-
yelled that out into his mic.
So do you remember last year in the starters office? This is what really freaked me out. We were talking about Sebastian Maniscalco, right? Now I knew
As
who
we
he
do,
was.
as we do.
I knew who he was, but I didn't know. I hadn't seen any of his stuff like on my computer. I got home that night on my YouTube recommended. It said Sebastian Maniscalco.
Hell.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They knew you had left earlier
Yeah.
that day.
Yeah,
Who is that?
he's a comedian. He's most famous.
He does
because
the Italian bit.
Yeah, the
Forget
neighbor,
about it.
the neighbors, like 20 years ago, how different things were with neighbors. That's his most famous.
Okay, I
bit.
remember who. Now
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Okay.
Done a little movie work.
He's been on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. He was great.
Wow. But you had no idea who he was.
No.
And then because you're pretty convinced that we had said his name.
Well, we talked about him for a few minutes there.
Yeah.
And then in my YouTube recommended said, check out this guy. I'm like,
Are you sure we didn't look him up on your computer?
certainly not on my computer. I mean,
Ooh.
maybe someone else's, but I don't know if that can link them all together.
Well, that's the rumor. That's what Facebook says. They got pixels that if you watch something because we're friends on Facebook,
Right.
I could get an ad about it.
I think that's
Right.
got to be true.
Okay.
So I'm sure that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But there's other parts that are true. Your phone
Yeah.
is listening to you.
for sure.
Wow. Damn. I don't want to say anything now. I don't want to be bombarded with.
Too late, man. You're
Ads.
already bombarded with ads. You're a walking ad.
I am a walking ad. Shout out to the Athletic. Oh my God, I'm gonna have the Athletic on my sweater before I know it. Anything else? Daddy, any conspiracies?
You know, I started Googling some conspiracies, and I got depressed after seeing actual conspiracy theories
Okay.
out there, so I aborted this question.
That's fine. Let's just get to the next cue then.
Okay, that's all me. What's up, gentlemen? I was recently listening to your squad episode and was incredibly shocked by Lee saying that you can't eat a flatbread pizza without a glass of wine and an espresso. Let's be clear. Lee eats the pizza with his wine and then has an espresso afterwards.
Yes.
So I wouldn't say it's all part of the same
He
meal.
pours them onto the flatbread pizza. That's the only way you can eat it.
Personally, that combo has never even crossed my mind, but perhaps my tastes aren't as refined as Lee's. My question: what little-known combo do you swear by? Can be food or anything in life. That's from Jack Peebles.
That's an awesome name. Jack Peebles. Are you more likely to step on a Jack Peebles on the beach or on grass?
Oh, this question hit me so hard. It was like bam, bam to my head. So Jack Peebles. Oh, God. I was talking about the Flintstones the other day. It's still in my head.
I got so many ads for the Flintstones after you said that. It was ridiculous.
I've got a couple. I've said this one before on the show. It's the stoner snack. We stumbled upon it one night. Graham cracker, brie, and a ketchup chip. Put those crazy three things together. Taste it, and I'm telling you, it's delicious. I don't know why, but it is.
Let me add on to that because I think it was the same show.
Yeah.
When we were talking about something very similar, that I said a very similar stoner type snack that the semi-fat men who played darts would really enjoy. Nachos with Nutella on them. Nachos dipped in Nutella. They're Nuchos.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Wow. Wait.
Salty and sweet.
So full on-
No, tortilla chips with Nutella.
Okay, so there's no cheese. Okay.
No.
None of the other stuff.
Okay,
out on
I
the
mean, I
nacho.
can see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Have I ever told you guys about crapple sauce? Applesauce plus cottage cheese? I don't think it's that weird of a
I
combination.
feel like I have heard of that before.
sounds
Not for me.
gross.
Yeah, the name is bad.
I hate cottage cheese.
Or also
though.
good. Crapple sauce. Here's a combo you don't want. Never make a peanut butter and jelly on rye bread. Too much flavor from the bread. Too much rye.
Well,
it's very bad.
I got a lot of pushback on Twitter about this one because my wife hates it, but I'm interested to hear your take. Raspberry jam on an everything bagel. Now, I love it. I think it's good. And people were like, they were split on this one. People were like, yeah, that's great. You know, nothing wrong with that. You put any type of jam on an everything bagel. Other people were like, what? You cannot. It's too garlicky. You can't have the jam on it. I love it.
I can't see it being a perfect combo, but also not an offensive combo.
Okay.
Because I love an everything bagel, love a raspberry jam. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm
Salt.
never reaching for the raspberry jam.
No, I go
average.
straight.
She called me a
cream cheese.
monster.
Did she leave the little bit of the pantry door open as
Yeah,
well?
that's why she's doing it. She should be closing it so I don't
Exactly.
see the raspberry jam.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
She's just sent you into a rage there,
Yeah.
you know?
Also, don't be afraid. You were bringing up naan bread the other
Yeah.
day, Indian naan bread. Don't be afraid to dip that into a nice little Thai chili sauce.
Sure.
It's
Sure.
so
That would be
good.
great,
It's
yeah.
good. I love Thai chili sauce because
Yeah.
it's got the little kick of the heat, but then it's sweet.
Yeah.
I'll dip anything. I'll dip some potato chips into that too. Yeah, it's good. You got
You're a
anything?
monster.
I am.
No, I mean, yeah, I think just with the flatbread and the wine, I mean, you know, you get to a point in your life where you're like, I don't just have to pound wings and beer, you know?
I'll have pizza.
No, I mean, it's a flatbread. It's not like it's not like
very flat.
It's
You
not like
understand?
your standard just Domino's, you know, crap pizza. It's like it's a bit more of a refined pizza, you know?
Oh my god, I've seen the pizza you're talking about down at the arena. It's not refined pizza.
Yeah, but it's not-
just as crappy as a Domino's.
No, it's not.
Yes,
as
it
crappy
is.
as a Domino's. It's just like
You're
a
kidding yourself.
filthy pepperoni on it.
It's got a different name, so it's way better, all right?
I feel like I have to answer this question for Matt Austin. Another little-known combo that Lee swore by, less so these days. Chickpeas and pickled ginger.
Well, Yeah, it was a no. It was
Sounds
pesto
disgusting.
tortellini pasta and ginger.
A lot of.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah, yeah.
Chickpeas and tuna.
Yeah,
Chickpeas and tuna,
chickpeas and tuna.
pesto and ginger.
Yeah, that was when I have a little bit of a sore throat or a bit of a cough or cold because I love the ginger into your body. So
Yeah.
you can't just eat
ginger into your body.
Well, you can't just eat like pieces of ginger like potato
I'm
chips.
surprised
Gotta,
you
Mix
don't.
it in. Nah,
But you love ginger.
I used to hate ginger too. I used to hate it until I met my wife. And she introduced me. I didn't really eat much sushi until we met. Now I eat it all the time. And the ginger, the ginger and the wasabi, it's amazing.
One of the great things about marriage is
It
just
is.
growing together,
Oh, my
learning new
God.
things.
Yeah.
All right. I'm loving this. Okay, next one. Salutations, Dinkles. As I sit here watching a compilation of Allen Iverson ankle breakers on Twitter, it got me thinking, what happened the first time someone had their ankles broken in a basketball game? Was there silence? Was the game stopped and the ambulance called? Was an offensive foul called? Interesting. What is something you guys wish you could have been around for the first time it ever happened? I think you can go either on the court or off if you want. That's from Storm Bennett from South Carolina. Another great name. Jack Peebles and Storm Bennett. That sounds like a tag team. Okay, yeah, what's something you wish you were around for? First time it happened.
I got to be honest. I don't really appreciate Allen Iverson crossing up MJ the way most people do. I wish I was there. Feel it. It's just an iconic basketball moment that I don't.
That you
Just
don't.
doesn't resonate with me.
Oh.
I just watch it and it just happens and it's just there. It's just I'm just not. I just don't go. Oh, MJ got crossed. I just don't feel it. I don't feel it.
Okay, you don't have a
I guess I didn't
connection to
watch it live and and it's such a great moment. Two iconic players, obviously.
How about the first guy that ever drank milk? Bold.
Yeah.
That's bold.
Interesting.
What do I do with this stuff? I don't know. Drink it.
Yeah.
Have a sip.
Yeah. Okay.
What'd it come out of? Ah, those floppy things.
Yeah.
It's got to be
Not
a
bad, actually.
farmer, right?
You would think so.
Yeah. Hope so.
You never know.
I would have liked to have been around for the moon landing.
Yeah.
I mean, did it happen? Find out right there.
You would like to be there on the moon?
With like Neil and Buzz.
No, I actually wouldn't want to be there on the moon. I don't need to get greedy with this. I think being alive around the time of the moon landing would have been pretty exciting.
Was it, Lee?
Hey, just imagine though you were up there with Buzz and Neil,
It's Woody.
and you got the. Imagine how good it'd be for Instagram if you're up there. Stories, get the post up, be great, wouldn't it?
Story.
Yeah.
Kill it.
I'm sure you get great
stories.
reception up there.
Yeah.
I got these awesome pictures of the guys walking on the moon for the first time, but I only want them to be around for 24 hours. Don't want anybody else to have these after a day.
But then you blast that one.
Just
There
one.
he is, Neil out there.
Do you think the moon landing happened?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Good.
so for sure. It happened in Superman 2.
What?
In Superman 2, that's when they remember when they came down and they went to the moon and
Yeah, but that wasn't. That was a moon landing. It wasn't the moon landing.
Right.
Sorry to geek out.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the best of the Supermans.
What about you, JD? Something you wish you could have been around for?
Moon landing's a good one. I would like to.
Right?
Yeah.
Probably an exciting time. Here in
Exactly.
America, right?
Yeah. I
We're
mean,
bonded, it felt like.
yeah. Everyone's like,
You're battling other countries in the race to get there.
Space race.
yeah, Cold War, all that. It's a great time to be alive.
Yeah. Or not.
Or not, yeah. Just the moon landing
Yeah.
part would be cool.
Yeah.
think it
Technically,
was-
I was alive.
You were?
I think so. It was 69. Summer of 69.
Nice.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't. I
No.
was just a twinkle in my dad's eye.
Did you guys like it when that Red Bull guy jumped from almost outer space?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love anything like that. It was cool.
Like space involved or stunt
Yeah,
involved?
Just both.
Same.
Both.
Yeah.
I think anything where we're pushing mankind is cool to me.
I'm with you. I'm with
Or
you.
at least intriguing to me. Any other answers? Any other answers? Any other answers?
Well, the Bulls' first championship win with Jordan because I wanted to go to the US as an exchange student when I was a kid, but I just didn't.
They wouldn't have you.
Well, I didn't really have the balls to do it. I was like 14, and I was just like, I wanted to do it. I remember I went and spoke to the careers advisor at school, and they said, so I told them, they knew I was a basketball fan. They said, well, you can't go just to watch the NBA, though. You're going to have to go to school and stuff. And I said, yeah, but can I go to Chicago? And they were like, well, we don't know. I mean, like, it's not like you just can pick a
You
place.
just pick which NBA team you want to go watch.
Yeah, I just...
What? So then you chickened out on it?
Yeah, I chickened out. I mean, I never really pursued it because it was, it was a huge step. There was no internet or anything like that. So it was... you were shutting yourself off basically from your family for 8-9 months or something.
Dear
so,
Dickie.
Yeah.
Month 9, still haven't seen the Bulls.
Yeah.
This was a horrible mistake.
It was one of those things you just thought, could I do this? Could I really do it? But, nah.
I think you could have.
Nah.
Honestly, I think it would have been fine.
Nah, it would have been tough to be, the other side of the world with not knowing anybody, just hoping to watch a few Bulls games.
You would have made friends.
Probably
You
a few.
made friends
but
through basketball.
yeah,
You would have been
yeah.
like, oh my God, everybody else likes basketball.
We could have met.
Never coming home.
Yeah, we could have, yeah. Imagine that.
Okay. So what were you going to say? Oh,
That was it. Yeah, so to be around for the first Bulls win would have been awesome. Wasn't to be.
I have a note here that says, first guy to take off belt. What do you think that means?
What?
First guy to take off belt. That's what I put down for an answer. I'm not totally sure what I meant when I put this.
What about the first guy to put on a belt?
No, see, this must have been with regards to like basketball uniforms back in the day. They used to have belts.
Right.
Who was the first guy who was like, we don't need belts?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of belt talk today here
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
in the studio.
My other one says long shorts, so we'll just skip it.
Next one.
Yeah, let's get to the next one. Hi, no dunkers and dinkers. Longtime listener from Scandinavian country of Iceland. Wow. This might be our first. Now that Joakim Noah is back in Lee's life, is he part of the big, beautiful body crew
my
with players
God.
like Zion, or is he just a stylish guy? Where does he rank in the NBA when it comes to the most stylish players? Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome. That's from Finnur in Iceland.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, in terms of the big, beautiful body, just check out his Instagram. I will let you decide for yourself.
Has he been on the moon?
Looks like it a few times, yeah. Is he a stylish guy? Again, it comes down to personal preference and taste. And I think he is. I think he's very stylish. But not for everyone, So that's my take on it.
Who do you think is also maybe on the short list of stylish players in the NBA, in your opinion?
Well, there's a lot. I think Serge is up there.
Okay.
I think he's...
Big scarf energy.
Yeah, he's very stylish. I mean, Westbrook's one of those hit or miss guys. Sometimes looks great and other times looks awful. LeBron's pretty stylish.
Yep.
I mean, there's no... most guys just got their own little look. Like even just coming in a nice classic like suit, guy can still look stylish.
Easy, yeah.
So
What about Kyle Kuzma? Where do you land on Kyle Kuzma?
I mean, he's in the Westbrook category for me. He's had his hits, but he's had his misses as well.
But isn't that fashion? Don't you
Again,
gotta sort of take risks, throw it out there, see what the...
Of course you do.
the blowback
of course.
is.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like sometimes, whatever your flavor is, whatever your style is, might connect with him, but not
Right.
always.
Right.
So,
right.
All right.
yeah.
Great.
Yep.
All right, keep it going. One more. One
Okay,
more.
that's my mistake. Hey, that's my mistake. I left that one in there.
No, hey, look. We
know.
got him talking about fashion. I'm always
We
interested.
got to the moon.
This one, not really a question. We're going to end with this. It's more of a bit of a story time here. This is from Alan L. He writes, "Hey, no dunkers. I just listened to your most recent drop podcast. When I got to the Costco bit and JE was talking about what the employees would do if you got to the front of the line with a full cart, I remembered a great story. My friend works at a Costco in Sacramento. Bogdan Bogdanovich went to the Costco he works at a couple of years ago. The scenario JE drew up happened to Bogdanovich. He got through the front door without a membership and filled up an entire cart with items. When he got to the front, they told him he needed a membership. He was arguing with them about just letting him through. They said no, which caused him to storm out without any items or a membership. My friend was standing from afar when he saw all of this happen. It still blows my mind that no one near the situation knew who he was and just offered him their membership. If he leaves the Kings, it won't be because of the management. It will be because of the Costco in Sacramento. I hope all of you get a kick out of learning that even NBA players don't get a pass at Costco." Again, that's from Alan, that little story that he's sharing there with us. crazy.
Wild
and that's
stuff.
exactly what I was asking, like, because I've never really shopped at Costco. What happens if I just get there with a full cart? And you guys said this. You said, no, they're not going to let you take it. They're not going to ring you up and just, whatever, charge you. Not even an NBA player can get away with that at Costco.
That's crazy.
That-
Like, I mean, they should check you out and tack on the membership.
No.
You should be able to buy it right
No.
then.
I love this story. This makes me love Costco even more.
Wow. What's going
Nobody
on?
gets a pass. You're a member or you're not a member. Just fork over the $50 for a membership. Come on.
Yeah, but that's what Trey's saying. Can't
Yeah.
you just do that as you're checking out?
But didn't they offer that?
Well,
Fair point. Yeah.
It's that part maybe is a little unclear. Maybe he was confused. Maybe he's never been to a Costco. I don't know.
You can definitely renew your membership at the cash.
Yeah.
So he could have gotten a membership. He
Right.
just didn't want a membership. And he wanted a whole lot of great stuff with no membership.
Right.
So get out of here.
So, okay, one question off of this, though, because what Alan wrote, and he says that his friend was nearby and said, you know, he was sort of surprised that maybe someone didn't give him a membership. Because can I get there in this scenario, and I'm like, I don't got a membership, and I see Tass one row over, and he's checking out. Can I be like, Tass, throw me your membership? Can we do that?
I think so.
Wow, that's legal?
No, I don't think so at all.
If you have your own... Yeah, that's
But
an
Task could
interesting...
come and pay for it, though, couldn't he? And then you just...
I think he could. I think he could.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get the credit.
For sure that.
Who's going to get the credit?
I just
He
know
is.
this
He
because
would,
we
yeah.
don't have a Costco membership, and my wife brings home massive Costco loads.
Well, you get, but that's different. Your wife goes with somebody who has a membership.
Right.
But if you're at the registers, it's like passing back at the subway almost.
Yeah,
you know?
Right.
Can't be
Yeah.
a chance
Right.
meeting. I see.
Yeah, it can't be chanced. I mean,
It's gotta be a plan.
it's really up to the cashier at that stage. If they turn a blind eye,
Yeah.
then maybe it can happen.
And did we talk about, since we last talked about Costco on this podcast, which we do every week?
Sponsor the podcast already.
Yeah, that they're closing down the food court.
That's right.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that on the podcast, right? We saw
We
the
did.
tweets coming in.
We did.
Oh, we did.
talked about it.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
We got 5 days.
Can't even keep track anymore.
Closing down the food court from people without memberships.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. I can still go.
Me too. See
And-
you there,
But
Ted.
you can't buy me a hot dog.
Well, how
Or
far?
you-
How far are you from me?
Did you go there together?
You can't give me your membership for me to go and buy a hot dog.
Yeah,
from
you need a
Costco.
membership to enter the premises.
Is
I
your
guess.
face on the
Yeah, photo
membership?
ID.
Oh,
Yes, that's photo ID.
All right. So JD, I gotta have yours.
Yeah, we could. Yeah,
yeah,
we
I could maybe
we
pull
could
it off.
share.
Oh, that's why I'm growing a beard.
Perfect.
Yeah.
If you've got a little more wave to your hair, you can pull Tass.
Yeah, okay. Sweet.
And
Lee, you gotta get your own, man.
JD, let's talk this out here. I think it's
Okay.
a bit of a myth that Costco memberships are expensive. You said the $50 one. There's also the executive membership
Right.
one, which is a $120 one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But with that one, you get 2% back with all your Costco purchases, and you get a check at the end of the year.
That's right. It's not a check. I know because my wife actually tried to cash it. It's
Oh, you have to
it's a
use it at
coupon.
Costco.
Yeah, she actually tried to deposit in the bank, but yeah. So we had a pretty light year at Costco. So
Oh, sorry
our
about
coupon was for.
that. The economy's tough, man.
Well, I spent two months in Canada. That was a problem. And I didn't buy a new TV. It was $118, and the executive membership is $120.
See,
So-
that's why I brought it up, because they will actually send you a check or the equivalent of using it at Costco for the balance of that $120. No matter what, you get your $120 back.
That's right.
It's a free membership.
It's free.
They will give you a check for the balance. You spent whatever your 2% is, even if it's $40.
Yeah.
I
They'll
don't
give you a
like this
check at
cult,
$80.
man. I don't like this cult. I don't want
It's
you
a
guys
free
involved in
membership.
this. No, I don't
it's
trust
totally
it.
free. That's the point. They give you the balance, and as long as you sign up,
I'm
you
worried.
agree to take your photo taken, get your photo taken. Pretty sweet.
Taz, blink
TP
at,
for
Taz,
life.
blink at me if you need help. Blink at me.
Lee was looking for toilet paper yesterday. I got you. I got a Costco membership.
Oh, thanks.
Before we go, can you fire up your Instagram account, see if Canon
Oh,
cameras has
oh,
popped
oh,
up?
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
Costco. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
bet it
give us a
has.
quick.
Okay.
I mean, if
scroll.
we're not getting served Costco ads at this point, then
yeah,
that's ridiculous.
then maybe they're not listening,
Yeah.
or they just.
I don't know. I mean, I've been to their website researching whether or not they do sell coffins. So my results are skewed to begin with.
Okay.
Yes, they do
No,
sell
I've got a
coffins.
post from Mo Verney, a post from Dwayne Wade. Naomi Campbell.
All the influencers.
Okay, guys, send in your emails, nodunks@theathletic.com. Tweet at us, #nodunks, @nodunksink. Hey, we've hit mid-March. Things are going to start getting real crazy here with the No Dunks podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, but keep the funny questions coming. Keep the NBA questions coming as well. nodunks@theathletic.com.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us, and remember, I'm just going to continue with Lee's list of people who he follows. I'm just guessing now. I'm not looking at anything right now. World Cricket Association, is that a thing? Who knows?
Cricket.com.au, yeah.
Okay. Cricket.com.au.
Lady Gaga.
Snooker
Yes.
League.
No, not the Snooker League, but I might check into it. It's nearly time for the Crucible in Sheffield.
And of course, Dats.
Embrace the day, people.